memorandum stack you can do with the whole deck in order. No? In fact, I'm going to show you exactly the same thing, how it works, but let's suppose this... let's suppose I cut and I put this in order. Haha, okay, magic! Haha, now the whole deck is in memorandum stack. You have a shuffle deck, semi-shuffle, you press this button, the bottom of the camera, chun chun, and camera trick. I must tell you, this was a camera trick to put the deck in order. It was not real magic. This is only a camera trick, like every special show in TV. No? But so many in TV now, so many. Oh, God bless Darren Brown. Okay, let me continue. Now the whole deck is in order, in memorandum order, except one thing I am going to tell you. No, let's start from the beginning. I am going to do it so you can see what I am doing at the beginning. The thing is, I am going to exchange the 9 of hearts by the King of Diamonds. And I will to explain the whole routine, but with keeping the whole deck in order. No? If you have the half stack in the bottom, you can take advantage of this. If not, you can do it almost exactly the same, and I'm going to show you why. The thing is, we are going to start to exchanging the 9 of hearts, that is card number 30, by the King of Diamond in position 16. So the idea is to use Rambler original idea, the Ariston, you know, I think it's Ariston. The idea of cutting, because it's the interchanger that I published in memorandum, or Juan Tamarit version running, but the original is very good. And the idea is you take one card, you cut the 9 of hearts on top, and you take one card. Remember that we want to exchange by the King of Diamond. It's very good if at the beginning you take a break onto the King of Diamond, so you can locate immediately, you don't need to spread. No? So you take one card, you put on the table, you put the rest onto the King of Diamond, now the King of Diamond, now the rest. You can do this also with the deck face down, and now if I cut again the Jack of Spades to position number 1, you have the whole deck in order, only the King of Diamond and the 9 of Hearts exchange. This is very good, this is a great idea. So, now we need to prepare the Royal Poker. You remember that I published in memorandum, a Royal Poker is important at the beginning to understand. It's Super Poker, running 3, and Royal Poker for other tricks. I think this trick is very interesting because that. So what we are going to do, if you don't, I'm going to remind you, is only you need to put the Ace of Hearts, that is position number 12, in position 16, so you put before the 10 of Spades, it's easy to remember. You put the Ace of Hearts here, and also, I am not doing it, and also you put the top card, the Jack of Spades, in position number 4, from position number 1 to position number 4, so it's very easy, and it takes a moment. It's between the Ace of Diamond and the 4 of Clubs. I am not doing it because I want to show you how I do it in real time in performance, no while I'm explanation. So the idea is I am performing, because some people can think this is very complex. If you read in the book, one card, another, but in real time is you finish another trick, people applause, you take the cards like looking and you say, oh my god, very difficult trick, very difficult trick. Okay, I don't know what kind of trick I can... Oh, I remember a trick, and it's done. You look to the cards and you move some cards, but it's like you are thinking what is the trick that you can do. And now, perhaps some people suspect, oh, perhaps he looked for a card, but now you are going to shuffle, so no problem. For the Royal Poker, you need also to cut the 2 packets on the top part, is written in the book, but in this case I am going to do very simple, because in the trick, in the first procedure of shuffling, it fits very well, so I don't do it now. What I do is I cut Queen of Spades on bottom, and it's very easy. The only thing I need to do is I take 2 every card until the Queen, the Queen and the Jack of Clubs, card 15, so it's very easy to remember. There are 2 black pictures, and I take and I put on the table. And now you take between the 2 black 7s. Now because the jack is moved. So you know that there are 7 and 7, you take everything and you put on the table. And now, in the performance you saw, I shuffle this dealing, so they feel the whole deck is shuffled. But if you want to deal, it's not exactly the same, but you give the same impression doing the Thurston false shuffle that is very old. It's not very good for a false shuffle, but in this case it fits very well. You press a lot of cards, no, like a third. From here you press and you take between these two fingers. Now the bottom part go to the top, and now you take this and you put on the table and the rest on the table. No? Usually the Thurston shuffle is only in the hands for the whole deck, so I think you don't feel the whole deck is shuffled. But for this moment you puff, puff, and you do like this and like this and like this, and it looks exactly the same, or very approximately what you feel when you shuffle the whole half stack. No? And now we continue, and even if you want, you can do the joke that I do with the Leonard Green ribbon spread shuffle, no? In which he takes from here, from here, from here, from here, because the shuffle is completely false, no? You know this, no? But the idea of Leonard to throw this part, if you have half a stack, I think is very good, no? But if not, you don't throw, and I think it's okay. And you can combine also with every false shuffle that you want. The idea is, I did every change now, so the only thing I need to deal 19 cards in reverse, no? Reverse the order of the top 19 cards. To do this, what I do is, I say to the audience, or I will say when I will do for lay audience, but the idea is, I say, I am going to do a special shuffle, no? Like this is the shuffle that allow me to do the cheating, no? And then I run, are 10, and there are 19. To know, the top card must be the 4 of diamond, the number 7, 4 of diamond, okay? And now everything is done. The only thing you need to do is you deal 1, 2, 3, and now this card, you do a double lift, and you see the ace of diamonds. So we have the first ace. Just stay. You don't want to do, oh, and the first one is the ace of diamonds to continue the dealing, because we need to put in the image in the brain of the ace here, no? Every ace here. So you say ace of diamonds, no? Ace of diamonds. And then you did the ace and you continue. 1, 2, 3. Apparently a mistake, no? Because there is the queen. And you say, oh, this is not an ace, but not problem because we need 4. Okay. You continue. 1, 2, 3. Now you do a double lift. Of course, here you don't do a double lift because it's a mistake that you don't need. In the next ace, you do a double lift. Poof, and you see ace of clubs. So you have 2 aces, diamond and clubs. And you put here. 1, 2, 3. You do another double lift. So you see, and there are ace of hearts. So you do 3 aces. And now in the last one, you do another double lift. But this time, you will show the 4 of hearts. But in fact, the ace of spades appear like a first mini effect of what will happen later. I think this is interesting. You say, oh, apparently mistake, that is very good for the audience, I think. And then you put the deck apart, you do the magical gesture, and this change to the ace of spades. And the people will applaud, I hope. Stay here, because this is a good effect. If you shuffle and you are able to put the aces together, it's a good effect. Because sometimes in this kind of tricks, what happens if, as we know that there is a routine, we want very fast, and also we need to, the people are more convinced that there are the aces here. The idea is you take the ace, you take like a scoop, to take the whole packet, and even if you don't have people here, I say, oh, and with the aces, and I show, and I say aces, but there are no aces anymore, it's the royal flush now. Haha. It's this, and just square, and you let the ace of spades face up, so everybody will remember that here are the aces. And now, remember in the book I show, at the beginning, I show this hand, and I say, but I put this hand for the last one. I remove the less, and suddenly it's like this guy steal my aces, no? And this was the great idea. Juan told me, why you don't discard the cards that you don't need. And then it's incredible because I don't need to move any card in the memorandum stack. It's incredible. I only need to push the 4 top cards like this, and you put apart. And then you have here one card. This card will be the 4 of diamond. Is the top card, is the bottom card of this group. And now you take, without reversing, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You turn over and you show that there are 2 4s. So there are pair. And with this 4, you take the 4 of diamond and you put there and 3 of a kind. It's incredible. And you say 3 of a kind, but I win with the aces. And then you are here, and this always is a flash of clubs. And you can show, and there is flash of clubs. Don't stay so much because I think it's not necessary to mention the values, because of course if this jack of clubs it was the 6 of clubs, also this is a straight flash. You can charm this and this hand in a straight flash if you want. But in this case I think it's okay like this. And then I go there, and now it's the mistake. I say, oh, this I win with aces, this I win with aces, and this of course is a straight because I have the 7, and then it's like I realize every card is hearts. And then it's, oh, every card 7 hearts, so I don't win, but if I do like this, poof, and you spread, and you show the royal flush. That always is very beautiful to win at poker. Also you can take and you let the spectator touch, etc., because they can think there are special cards, because before were aces and now there are the royal flush. And the good part with the discard, great idea by Juan, how I didn't thought about it, it's to kill me. Now there are no aces on the table, so I think it's more stronger. And now you can continue and reset the order, and then I'm going to explain. The only thing is this ace you put onto this hand, no? You put the ace onto the royal flush, and this is onto the clubs, onto the hearts, and now you are going not onto this hand, only onto the 4 of diamond. The other 4 cards, remember, were the discarded cards that come from the deck, so you take only the 4 of diamonds and the rest go on bottom of this. You take the rest of the deck, you put everything together, and then you realize that you discarded 4 cards, you take these 4 cards in the same order and you put on top. And now, with any excuse, you will deal, you know the mathematics, you deal 5 of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For an effect or in conversation, and take it in the person you want. And now, not at reverse, you take the top, the first, on top of the second, on the third, of the fourth, and this one, and now, haha, don't put together because you need to pass, the top card will be the ace of spades, yes? You need to put on bottom, so it's like, usually I do a slip cut, I put like this, and then I do like a cut, and I put here, and now, almost everything is done. Because the only thing that I need is, if I take this top part and I do the changes, the reverse of the changes that you need to Royal Poker, I mean you cut between the 2 sevens, the 2 black sevens to put on top of this group, you move, it's very easy with a card, you take with Debex, no? You take the ace of hearts, you take it and you put between the 4 and the 10, and exactly the same with the jack of spades. That is very easy because it's the top, so you do like this, and now you have in memorandum deck order. You can continue, except one thing. Remember, you need to exchange again the king of diamond and the 9 of hearts, and now if you check the orders you will see that there are the memorandum stack. This is the trick. I think there are very interesting things. I think it has personality, at least, no? I have another idea that is for double lift, to make it more interesting. It was, I am going to say that perhaps some cheaters do false dealing or something like that. Not in Spain. In Spain we can't say this because people don't know about. But in the States I know that some people even do exhibition of false dealing. So I think it can be a good, interesting idea to do the whole dealing part with one hand, and you can do it because you can deal 1, 2, 3, and when it's your turn you do el saltito. I don't know what is the name in English, but this is in Pepe Carroll book. This is double leaf that you put the finger like this, pop, and you tap, 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 and then you change the card. No? And I tried, and yes, it works. You can do the whole routine only with one hand, and I think is enough. Also, if you want to do with memorized deck, but Siamese deck, you know, you have the problem of the Nine of Hearts. Probably you need to take from the other part, I don't know. But I think it's very funny the idea of you do a poker exhibition like perhaps Super Poker, no? You do, or another trick, the Texas Hold'em, I don't know. And there are some images of several hands on the table and the 4 aces there. And then you take everything, you let some spectators shuffle, you shuffle with the rest of the bottom half of this part, but you have the other half in order, and at the end, you take, you deal, and you do this exhibition, so when the 4 aces appear, it will be more stronger, because the people will think, how you can deal yourself the aces if I shuffle and lost the aces? Because I have a Siamese deck. Okay, let me know what you think, and I hope you will like this. If I have time, I don't promise this, I will shoot some more ideas for you. But thank you, and see you later. Bye. And stay at home.